Hello, and welcome to my first video of 2025. In today's video, I'm just going to talk you through my 5-step process for how to start the new year off on a good foot. I know we're halfway through January, but late start is better than no start. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So I just think that the new year is a great time to kind of think about what's most important to you, line your goals up in order, figure out what you're getting rid of and leaving in the past year, and just kind of putting it in a nice, neat little bow. My philosophy is that the simpler the plan is to do that, the easier it is to execute. And for that reason, there's only 5 steps. Step 1 is to take stock of what you accomplished last year. This is just a great way to get yourself in the headspace of long-term thinking and goal setting. I think it's easy to focus on what didn't go our way, but it's counterproductive, and instead focusing our energy on all that we did accomplish in the previous year is going to be a much more productive use of our time. So these can be big or small wins, doesn't matter, and you can have as many or as few of them as you'd like. But the most important thing is that when you are writing these down, or if you're like me, typing them out in your notes app or on your computer, you want to keep them in the most positive form as possible. So instead of saying, last year I did a little decorating in every room of the house, except for, you see, we're getting into what we didn't accomplish. We might want to try to reframe that as, last year I managed to improve my environment in many ways. And again, these wins can be anything, and the list can be as long or as short as you want, as long as it feels true to you. So, a couple of my other wins for the year. I said that in 2024, I succeeded in making my mental health a priority. And in 2024, I spent quality time with my family and was there for them when it mattered the most. So just to give you an idea of what I put on mine, but these, of course, will be specific to you. Okay, moving on to step 2. Step 2 is to select your mantra for the year. So don't overthink it. I know that these can be kind of cheesy, like an affirmation, but they don't have to be. It really can be anything you want it to be, even like an inside joke with yourself. Just something that when you think about it, it brings you back to center and kind of reminds you of what your overall feeling for the year is supposed to be. So my personal mantra for 2025 is that opportunities find me attractive and I embrace them. Once you have your mantra for the year, you're ready to move on to step 3. Step 3 is one of my favorite parts of the process, and I think that one of the things that has the most impact is to set your intentions for the new year. These intentions should be specific and actionable. And I define actionable as having the ability to be influenced by one's own actions. For instance, one of my intentions is I intend to create and post content that feels genuine to me. But I release the expectation that it's going to grow my subscriber count. And while that very well may be the case, it's not something that I have full control over. I can control how much or how often and the kind of content I create. What I can't control is how it resonates or if it resonates with people. I also intend to be diligent with my studies and learn as much as I can from my coursework. I'm a full-time student, so this is a really important intention. It's been one of my intentions for the past 3 years, and I'm almost done, so I'm going to continue to do that into this year 2025. I intend to live an active lifestyle and eat a balanced diet. Like most people in the new year, I think everyone kind of take stock of where they're at with their personal fitness journey or their health journeys, and it's a really great time to just give that a little reset. I'll be sharing more content about that in future videos, so stay tuned for that if you're interested. And once you have your intentions written down, you can think about what you're going to leave behind for the year. So you want to make room for all of the new things that you're welcoming in. And in order to do that, you have to get rid of the old. So I think this can be anything, people, places, things, anything that you want to get rid of and leave in the previous year, anything that's not serving your vision for the upcoming year gets left behind. So just to give you a few examples, this year I'm leaving behind procrastination. I'm leaving behind the trap of comparison. And I'm leaving behind others' expectations of me and my fears of disappointing them. So yours can be as deep or surface level as you want them to be, but those are just a couple of ideas to kind of get you going. And once you figure out what it is that you want to leave behind, you're going to move on to step 5. And step 5 is to do a bit of cleanup that helps with your purging. So just as you're figuring out what you want to get rid of from last year, from your mental space or your friend group or whatever, you also should make room physically. Your physical space, you should make room there too. Go through your emails and delete them. Wash your makeup brushes. Organize your junk drawer. Yeah, everyone's got one of those. So go through those things, make space there. I just find the act of physically organizing and purging to be really effective in initiating this reset of sorts. So, maybe it's a place in your kitchen, like I said, your junk drawer, maybe it's your car, your computer, but whatever the case, take the time to cleanse as the final step in the process, and that means you're ready to move into the new year with space to accept all of the new and great things headed your way. So once you've gone through this 5-step process, this is when all of my visual mood board lovers would take their time to make their actual mood board, their vision board for the upcoming year. I've inserted mine right here so you can kind of get an idea of how that looks and what my vibe is for this upcoming year. I put my mantra in the middle to just bring it all back to center, keep it on brand. And then I just have a few other things on my board that kind of go along with my intentions that I set. And that is my 5-step process for preparing for the new year. I don't think these are radical tips, and you may have even heard of some of them, but I still think it's good to just be reminded every now and then of the different ways and tools that we have to take back our power and prepare ourselves and open ourselves to all of the new and cool opportunities coming our way. So if you found this interesting, then I hope that you will leave a comment below letting me know what your intentions are going into the new year. And if you are one of my vision board girlies and you make a really cool vision board, definitely share it with me. You can find all of my social links in the description below. And I will see you next Sunday for another video. Thanks. Bye. The dog is barking.